Okay, you want to close the door?
I will, yeah.
Started. I don't care. I can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. I was like, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, who posted it? I was like,
you. All right.
Yeah, it looks like it. You must have
We're
forgot
here
his,
at Braemar West, the big house,
You must have forgot his.
for Junior Gold A game. Edina Hornets versus St. Louis Park Flyers. Are they the Flyers?
I believe so. It's really a combination of
Of a flyer and
Of the,
a bird.
well, no, I was going to say
Hornets.
everybody out there with the red helmets from the mill, basically. So
Oh, okay.
It's a conglomeration of
Okay.
Mill and St. Louis, but primarily.
All right. Well, we're underway, and the Flyers are bringing it down. I'm going to call them the Flyers. The Hornets zone. There's a scrum in front of the net. Now it comes loose, and Treble has it to take up the boards. Finds his Mason across the blue line. Now Mason makes a move, brings it to the corner, puts it out front. That's in traffic. It comes out. Just gets past Colby, and Saprel will step back to take that. He tries to find his way down the ice, doesn't quite get there. Now we're coming through center. Benz beats his man, comes down to the corner, and Peterson's there to poke that back into the corner. Benz and Peterson working a little cycle. Now it's back to the, tries to get it back to the point, picked off, and now Flyers bring it out to center and dump it in. Saprel back, brings it up to Benz on the wing, goes rink wide to Greiners, just past him there. The Flyers bring it behind their net to break out. Forward checking there by Peterson, wins the puck, and that comes back to the point. Saprel takes a shot, it's high, comes down and finds a rebound, a loose puck.
Nice backhand.
Who put it in? Was that Peterson? Yeah, he's first in line. That's Peterson. Peterson found the loose puck there, knocked it in. 13-18 remain in the first. Too loud. Okay, there we go. And face off center ice. Flyers win that and shoot it in on Drew Morgan in the net tonight. He had wearing Bennett's white jersey for the night, but that is Drew Morgan playing in the net. Peterson taking the center, fight through the circle, still battling there. Flyers come away with it, backhand it just wide. Now he's got it circling in the corner, drops that for his man, and now circles it back. They're cycling it in the corner now. Peterson forechecking, or back checking, sorry. Saprel there as well. Comes up to the side, and now out to Peterson, who finds Gage Reiners. Reiners finds his long pass to Benz. Oh, and he puts it up and in to the glove hand of the Flyers goalie. Great save there, and we'll have a face-off in the Flyers' end. Is that better? Is that better as far as volume? Okay. Face-off comes back to point. James Boss, Steckman, and Popkov. Post and Martin at D. That comes just out. The Hornets then dump it in, picked off by the Flyer there. And it comes out to center. Flyers win the race to the puck, take it in deep to their own corner. Back to the point. Now point to point, and he's going to shoot. That's blocked by Popkov. He finds the breakout pass to Steckman. Loses the handle there. Now it's all the way down in the Flyer zone. Boss battling for it in the corner. That comes loose, and Flyers break it out. And offsides on a exchange at the blue line. Now it's Swaim centering Hatch and Treble. Face-off comes loose, and the Flyers fire that in. Post brings it up to his winger. Now Swaim has it, dumps it in deep. Comes right out front. Oh, Swaim almost wins the race to that puck. Now he has it behind the net, looking for his man, turning back and Going for Hatch. It's intercepted, now brought back. Colby pinching, and puck gets by him. Center ice. Now the Flyers bring it across the blue line, coming in through center. It goes to the corner. Suprell has it there. Around the boards, finds Treble, who tips that out. A little bit long for Swaim, and now it's Suprell carrying the puck out across center. He has it across the blue line, and just offsides. We'll have a face-off outside the Hornet zone. Peterson, Reiners, and Benz out there now. Post and Willie at D. Comes back to Willie, who fires it wide to Benz. He pokes it in the zone. Flyers steal that, shoot it back out to center. This comes up to Reiners. He tries to tip it in, gets it by his man. Now it's over to wide pass attempted for Benz, just missed him. And the Flyers now have that. Intercepted by Reiners. Turns it. Exchanging at center ice. Now the Flyers carry it in. They're knocked off the puck by Quinn Peterson. Now it's behind the net. Trevor Willie, who finds Reiners and pokes it out of the zone. That comes back to center ice, and now deep in the Hornet zone, Brian Post and a Flyer are battling for the puck. Post then goes, still battling there. Peterson comes back to help. He gets it out to Reiners, who fires it up to Benz, finds him through center ice. Benz now circling. Oh, he tries to pass it through to the breaking Peterson and just got picked off. Ben's now circling with it, turns and fires over the net. Comes over to Martin on the post, and Colby has it now. Colby fires that in off a man, comes back. Martin now deep in the zone. And the Flyers shoot that high out of the zone and ice it. Face off. James Boss takes that, battles it into the corner. Now the Flyers and Boss going at it. That comes back to Colby at the point. He knocks it back into the corner, circling out with Steckman. He turns it back for Boss, who turns it back into the corner. Now comes around the back of the net. Martin pressing for it there. Pupkoff and Martin battling on the side. That comes just across the zone, and the Flyers chop it out to center. They bring it across the zone, and now in deep to their corner. Pupkoff pops it out around his man. He has Steckman wide. Brings it over to Steckman. He turns into the net. Just couldn't get the handle on it, and goes behind the Flyers net. Now it comes loose, and Pupkoff puts it into the corner. Flyers find that loose puck and bring it out to center. Now across the blue line, he brings it to center where it's poked away by Bill Martin. Back to the corner now and out to the D. The Flyers pull it back down to the corner. Mason picks that up, that loose puck, brings it around out to center, and now back into the zone of the Hornets. Brought back around to Martin behind the net, brings it up off the glass. That just tipped just out and not out of the zone. Now it comes out, and the Flyers again turn it at center ice and bring it back in the zone. Now comes deep into the Hornet zone. Colby has it there behind the net. Brings it up to his man Swaim, who fires it rink wide. Finds Hatch, who brings himself just ahead of the puck. After a poke check in, it'll be a Hornets a face-off just outside the blue line of the Flyers zone.
But they're now they're downstairs, kind of off this lobby, they're lounging.
So face-off comes back deep into the Flyer zone. Wayne forechecking, that gets by him.
Where are they looking?
Now the come through center ice with it, and the Flyers get it into the Hornets zone. Shoot it up high. Drew Morgan loves that, and we'll have a face-off to his right.
He didn't want to play. He didn't have a junior goal team.
Face-off brought back to the point, right? Oh, and shot. Quick wrist shot from the point into the net, just past Morgan's outstretched left leg pad. Just a clean shot right off the ice, or right on the ice and in the corner. 7:43 remaining here in the first. It's 1-1.
Hey, how you doing?
Face off Peterson. Now it's a scrum at center. That comes over to Saprell, who lifts it softly into the Flyer zone to avoid icing. They knock it back out, and now it's at center. Saprell gets that and turns back. That D to Willie there, who shoots it down, and that gets tipped in deep into the Flyer zone. Peterson forechecking there. He takes it away and finds Benz. Fires it back to Saprell. One-timer just wide of the net. And the Flyers fire it all the way down the ice for an icing call.
They're a big team. Looks like a basketball team.
So just over 7 minutes remaining here in the first. Peterson, Benz, and Reiner's out there. Comes back to Willie off the face-off, and that gets traffic. Now it's back to Saprell. Shoots it into traffic, and that's knocked down, and the Flyers are taking it behind their net. Forecheck by Benz. That gets by him and back to the point. That shot gloved by a Flyers player in the crease and brings it down. Now the Flyers break it out and have it down deep in the Hornets zone. Peterson turns with that, finds Benz, who sauces it out to Reiners. Reiners brings that. Now it's Peterson who turns with it, gets it across the blue line, and that pass is intercepted. So just comes across the blue line now, and the Flyers have it now down in the corner. Brought up by Reiners. That gets just outside the zone, and immediate whistle where that hit a Flyers player for offsides.
Yeah, he's here somewhere.
Boss, Pupkoff, and Steckman out there. Flyers win the face-off, but get the puck poked away. Now they have it deep in the Hornets' end. Now it's Pupkoff who turns with it, finds Steckman on the far side, brings it across the blue line and shoots. That just high. Comes back out to the point where Pupkoff takes it, brings it down to the corner. Boss has that. Trying to go back to the D and just missed his man there, and that comes out to the center. Steckman now turning with it, brings it across the blue line, shoots it around his defender and brings it in on the goalie. Good shot. Nifty move there. Hank Steckman, and got it right into the crease to the goalie's glove side, and the goalie tracked him down and was able to stay in front of it. Face off with Boss now, that's stuck in the center for a minute. Now the Flyers break that out, and to center and dumping it deep to the corner, where Bill Martin and a couple of Flyers are pressing it along the boards. Flyers come out with that. Now they go back to the point. D to D, and that nearly poked away by Pupkoff. They're bringing it up through center, and that dribbles in through to Morgan, who steers it to the corner. Now they're cycling that, and Steckman pressing his man to the boards, kicking at it to try and get that puck out. Now the Flyers come around, find it, and that gets covered up by Morgan. We'll have a face-off in the Hornet zone. 4:27 remain now. Mason at center. He's with Swaim and Treble, sorry. That's poked ahead for Swaim just a little too far and comes down for icing. So we'll have face off again to Morgan's left. It comes back to the D. They shoot that into the pile in the front. That rebound comes out. Now Mason carries it through center. He comes through and tries to pass it through center to Swaim, who has it in the corner now. Now Swaim behind the net with Mason. Mason finds Colby at D. Pressured there. And that comes out to center. Suprell has that and muscles his way through a man. Now Treble has it. Treble circling with it, comes by, just gets by him. Gage Reiner's joined the fun and comes back out to center. Flyers carry that in, but shoot it off Hornet defender and goes up out of play. Face off with Peterson. That comes back to the point. They dump it in to the corner. Now Post gets it around the other side and working it along the boards. Peterson comes and picks that free. And Reiners has that. They press by him, and now it's Peterson, Benz, and Reiners 3-on-1. Oh! They just steer that aside. They had a beautiful play. And the Orioles carry it up through center. Sorry, the Flyers. That's taken away at center by Benz. He's coming up through center. Oh! Dagger! And he just turns and high in the circle in the slot, high slot. Finds his wrist shot right over the goalie's left shoulder. Kind of a bar down. So the Hornets take the lead here 2-1 with 2:49 left in the first. The face-off comes back to the Flyers D. Now it's in the Hornet zone with Willie. He goes behind the net to his man Post, who that comes out with the Flyer and shoots it on Morgan, who freezes it there. Face off to Morgan's right, and the puck was caught up in his equipment there. He just found it. And Benz carries that out, and it's through center now. Just gets poked away, and Flyers have it. Back through center. They cross ice and miss their man. On the Hornets forechecking through center ice, and they circle with it. The Flyers bring that in and shoot it on Morgan, who steers it aside. Now up to Benz on the side from Post. And he's pinched off there. Now he has it again and gives it off to Reiners, who fires it up into the center ice. Flyer waiting. Comes loose to Benz again at center ice, who shoots it down on net, and that's the Flyers in their zone breaking out as the Hornets make a change. Puck is loose and now deep behind the Flyers net. It's Boss, Pupkoff, and Steckman out there. The puck comes back to Colby at D. It's on edge. He gives it a shot. Goes off the Flyer defender and back to the corner. And they fire it down, just missing an outlet pass, and that'll be an icing call. 1:21 remaining. So James Boss now at center, brings it back to Steckman, who gets it back to Bill Martin there. Now Martin battling with it with two Flyers. Now to Boston center, here's a chance. And he shoots and scores! Gets his own rebound. Nice effort, James Boss there. Good pass by Steckman, getting it over to him. And 3-1 Hornets. 1:05 remain in the first period. Okay, so now faceoff comes back to the point. Flyers find that, bring it over to center, and they fire it in on Morgan, who gloves that and hangs on. So puck is stuck in the circle. Now it's behind the net after the face-off, and it comes out to the Flyers D. He fires it just wide. Oh, and there he's bringing it up the side. It comes loose, and now the Flyers have it again. He fires it high and wide. That comes around to Treble. Brings it up to Mason. Now it's Mason and Hatch, 2-on-2. That puck is poked away and now brought up through center. That hits a Flyer and goes deep into the Hornet zone. Willie and Flyer there battling for it. Now it comes out to Mason, who brings it up just too far for Hatch, and the Flyer defenders slammed it into the corner. Now they're cycling it in the corner. The Flyers have it there. They'll bring it back to the D. He fires a soft shot that gets blocked into the corner by Treble, and now Treble has it again, bringing it up. And we're at the end of the first period. Hornets 3, Flyers 1. Yeah, it just says SLP. Yeah, so St. Louis Park is too much of a mouthful. I'm going to go with Flyers.
Let's do SLP. Anyway.
SLP could do that. That's All right, we're going to go the other direction now. Peterson, Reiners, and Benz. Benz gets that and brings it back to D. Goes D to Ciprell. Up to Benz, who chops it in behind the Flyers net. And Reiners forechecking there. Now comes up to the defense. Ciprell, who fires it in high up and back into the corner and behind the net. Flyers have a breakout pass there. Forechecked. And shot on. Morgan gloves that, and we'll have a face-off to his left. And face-off there comes to Benz, who just pokes it out of the zone. Now it's a foot race. And Flyers have that and bring it around to the side. He break it out, rink wide to his wingman. Dump it in deep. Suprell back to get that. Suprell and Willie out there at the D, and that comes past Reiners. Now Peterson finds it and gets it up to Benz off his skate and comes back in. Oh, now he chops it up the boards, found first by a Flyer, then it comes loose from Willie and comes to Reiners. Reiners has it and shoots right on goal, and gloved by the Flyer goalie. Will have a face-off there to his right. Both teams will be changing up lines. Boss, Steckman, and Popkoff with Post and Willie. Face-off comes to the Flyers' corner. Now battling with Steckman behind the net, and he cycles it around to Boss. He's trying to get to the puck first. Now here's Popov, finds his man. Oh, there we go. Didn't that go in? Okay, it was like a melee in front of the net there. Almost every player on the ice is in the crease, but came loose to Post, and goalie had recovered up to his position, so made the save there and smothered it up. That face-off comes out. Now the Flyers carry that out and bring it across. Steckman had his man tied up in front of the net. Comes back into the corner. Martin circles with it. And Martin brings that out to Popkov, who just too far for Steckman. Now Boss picks that up. Boss brings it over to Steckman. Steckman skating around behind the net. Still skating up the side, then fires it in. That comes behind to the side of the net, and the Flyers carry it out. And Flyers fire that on. Morgan directs that away. And the Flyers bring that circle behind the net and find his man in the corner. Now Brian Post battling for it with Mason there. Mason brings that out and up to Steckman, who goes rink wide. Just misses his man Hatch and comes up. Now it comes loose and the Flyers carry it through. Morgan covers that up, and it's Flyers, actually puck was loose, but the Flyers knocked the net off. And blew a stoppage of play there, so we'll have a face-off to his left in the Hornets zone. That comes back to the point. He fires it wide now in the corner. Treble turns with that, hits the Flyer, and now Mason circles with it. Comes up through center, just missing the hatch there. The Flyers intercepting that and firing it all the way deep in the Hornets zone. And a battle on the side there. Treble brings it out to center, then the Flyers recover, and now Suprell skating through the center with it. That's poked away by the Flyer. Oh, and Suprell gets it right back. And he comes up to his man on the boards. Treble too high for him and comes loose. Flyers turn and shoot. Morgan stops and covers that one up. So Swaim under center here now. He's got Benz and Reiners with him. This comes up to the sideboards. Benz and Swaim battling for that. Benz brings it out to Reiners, who skates it up through center and across the blue line. Reiners makes some moves and turns and shoots it up over the net. That comes up the boards, and Post is pinching there. Then the Flyers bring it out through center and throw it into the corner of the Hornets zone, where the Flyers find it and bring it back to D. Oh, that's deflected dangerously. And we got a penalty now. 2-minute interference, looks like, for the Hornets defender Brian Post. So with 10:44 left here in the second, Hornets leading 3-1 and going on a man short that comes into the center and now chopped out to center ice and back into the Flyers zone by the Flyers, going D to D, and pressured there by forechecker Matthew Swaim. Now Reiners has it at center ice and steals that away and pokes that into center, where the Flyers have it and find his man there. That comes in to Bill Martin, who finds the loose puck and fires it down. And now the Hornets switching it up. And he carries it through to the corner. Brings it out front, but nobody there. Now Treble just decides to carry it down the ice and brings it wisely back behind the net of the Flyers, who then finally overwhelm them there with numbers to take the puck away. That comes wide, and the Hornets have that. So, now it's through center, and Treble has on a break. He shoots it up over the net, and bends it with a corner. Then it's taken away by the Flyers, who break it out. So the Flyers now have it in their zone and are setting up finally on this power play, where shot is blocked and 11 seconds left on the man advantage. The Flyers not get it back in the zone. Now that's chipped away in the corner and brought out to the point where Treble pokes it away, and now Treble and Post together, fresh out of the penalty box, and brings it in on the Flyer. Goalie makes a save, move to his backhand side, so we'll have a face-off down in the Flyer zone. James Boss under center. That puck comes down into the corner, and Boss poking it free, and now cycles it back to Steckman, who turns with it and turns again, finds himself some space. Now over to Colby at the D, and now back down low, where he finds Boss behind the net. Boss battling two Flyers there. Flyers come out with it and bring a breakout pass. Not out yet, and the Hornets, Popkov giving him trouble. Finally comes out to the lone Flyer at center ice, who pokes it just across the blue line. Hornets not able to get that out, and the Flyer fires that in and over the net. Comes down into the corner, where Steckman picks that up and brings it behind the Hornet net. He flips it up to Popkov, who couldn't handle the pass there, and now breaking out again. Steckman has it down into the Flyer zone. Flyers get control and bring a breakout pass there. Now through center. And makes a move, but did not get to the net successfully with the puck. comes around on the board with that. Now it's Hatch who battles it out of the zone and up the boards. Hornets trying a long pass there. Colby steps in on that one. Now we've got Treble battling for it at the blue line with Mason, and comes back to Saprell, who throws it in deep. Flyers send that up to the side, trying to break this out. Now find the open man. Oh, and now we've got a break where a race with Willie and the Flyer. Willie wins that one with a hip check, but we've got a delayed penalty, and now we've got Treble getting a penalty for a roughing call, which was away from the breakout play. So the Hornets now will be at a 5-4 disadvantage. Mason at center with Hatch. That comes loose to Post. Post brings it behind the net, then fires it all the way down. Mason down there to forecheck that puck and wins the battle there, and just is pinching it on the boards. Got 3 Flyers on them. They finally come out with it, and they break it out through center. Now across the blue line, brings it back to his man at the top of the circle. He circles down with it towards the corner and gives it to his man there, who brings it out to the point. They come across D to D, who carries it in slowly and loses the puck there to a waiting Mason, who slaps it down to out of the zone into center ice. And then Mason steals it away again at center, and that comes loose, and Post finds that and shoots it down into the Flyer zone. Turning with it is the Flyer, bringing it up for breakout pass, and that comes up to through center ice. Now it comes loose, and Post finds that, knocks it out of the air, and shoots it down the ice. Flyers circling behind the net, their net with it. They come out, and the puck comes loose. Comes back to Bill Martin, who finds an open space and fires it all the way down the ice. Gage Reiner's now pressuring the forecheck. That comes up through center. The Flyers break it across the blue line, poked away and back to the corner now. And there's Martin winning the foot battle with that, and Peterson helping out to shoot that down the ice. And the Hornets penalty to Preble has expired. He's coming out, and the Flyers then shoot it all the way down the ice, and we'll have an icing call. Face off down in the Flyers' end. So 4:23 remain, 3-1 Hornets here. We've got shots on goal of 14 for Hornets and 13 for the Flyers on the scoreboard. Boss takes that face off and chips it at the net just wide after the scrum there. It comes back to the corner, and now out to Colby, who brings it safely out to center, and the Hornets break it back in. Steckman gets it there, chops it down through behind the net. That comes out to Pupkoff, who, looking for Steckman in front, didn't quite get through the traffic. Now that puck just comes across the blue line. The Flyers have it, but knocked off of the puck there and not able to get a shot. And James Boss turns, carries it out of the zone. He's got Steckman to his right. He tries to bring it over to him, but that puck is picked off, and now over to the corner where Pupkoff has it. And he tries to carry that out. That's poked away, and the Flyers have a breakout pass there. So bringing it through center. And now the Hornets steal that away and find Steckman open on the... Oh. And he had his man but did not get it in there. We'll have a battle behind the net. Flyers come out with that, but comes loose to Mason, and he chops it away and in the corner. Now the Flyers carrying that out, but not out of the zone. Mason saves that, brings it to Hatch is stopped on the rebound, but Treble follows him right up and pokes that one in on the through the sprawled goalie's legs, and making our score 4-1 Hornets. 2:44 remain in the second. So face off at center ice, back to the Flyers D. They poke that up, but Hornets steal it away at center. Now it's the Flyers that have it, bringing it across the blue line. That shot comes in and loose, but smothered up just in time by Drew Morgan. There was an attacking Flyer there. Face off to Morgan's left, that comes back behind the net. And we have a penalty. A little bit of a scrum there, and looks like Mason will have a 2-minute. And now Drew Hatch joining him in the box. So both Hatch and Mason in the box now. Hornets will be 3 on 5, sorry. And something that we're familiar with. That comes back to the post. They walk it in and take a shot high. Now the Flyer has it at the other post, brings it down to the corner. Now he brings it all the way through to the other side and deep. That goes behind the Hornets zone. That's one battle won by the Hornets, but not out. And the shot gets tipped and just wide. And battle in the corner for it, but now the Hornets Flyers try to poke it through, but Morgan finds that and jumps on it. 1:49 left in the period, 1:23 in the penalties. It's being served by Hornets, Hatch, and Mason. Hornets switch it up. We got Peterson, Martin, and Colby out there. Flyers bring it through, but just wide and off the post. Now they're carrying it up high again, and he goes to turn and make a move, but Hornets Peterson steals it away. He comes down and shoots, but just off the goalie, and he had to drop and cover it up. So we'll have a face-off down in the Flyer zone with the Hornets at a two-man disadvantage. Face-off taken by Swaim now. That goes back, and the Flyers try to poke that up through. That pass hits his own man, and now he circles through center with it. He brings it down deep. Now he turns with it, but loses the puck there. Comes back to the point. Now back to his man along the boards. He fires it across and misses his man at the point. Now the Flyers have to carry it back in. Flyers bringing it in and making a move. That puck's blocked by Colby. He brings it back to the point. Now he shoots it in. Morgan steers that to the corner. Now the Hornets pressuring a little more aggressively. Comes back, and Morgan smothers up a shot from the boards, just top of the circle distance. And the Hornets will change it up with 13 seconds remaining in the two penalties. It's Benz under center. He brings it back to Martin, who shoots it high off the glass and down into the Flyers zone, where they're standing with it and not really carrying it out yet. Now the Hornets are back to full strength. Mason and Hatch joining him on the ice, and now Benz breaks with it. He's got Hatch on his left. He finds him there. Oh, and he just shoots it up and wide. Hornets, now the Flyers breaking down with it. The Hornets take that away. The puck's coming around. That's the end of the period. And 4-1 Hornets. Shots on goal pretty even. 17 for the Hornets, 18 for the Flyers. Hey. All right, we're trying to get the third period underway here. And there they go. We're off. That loose puck was handled by Pupkoff, who carries it through and into the zone. He turns high and then fires it down into the corner. Voss has it there, who battles to get it in front of the net. And the goalie steers that away. Now it comes out. And the Flyers fire it deep into the zone. Saprell back to get that. He makes a nice move, brings it up to Pupkoff, who fires it rink wide to Steckman. Steckman winds up, that just wide. Now comes out to the D. Willie not able to hold it in, now through center and into the Hornets zone. The Flyers have that, but no, find his open man at the far point. He shoots it up high and over the net. Now that comes out to Steckman, who turns and finds Hatch on the far boards. Hatch now bringing it in as the Hornets make a change. He cuts to the center, that's poked away and now carried out by the Flyers. They bring it up through center, through some traffic, firing it in deep to the corner. That comes behind the net now, where Colby pokes it out. Too far for Hatch and back down into the corner. Now Colby makes it, I'm sorry, that's Willie. Willie, not Colby, makes a move and brings it out to center. It's shot on net, and Morgan gloves and saves that. Face off to Morgan's left. It'll be Mason with Hatch and Treble. And that comes out. Hatch brings it out, and Mason finds him at center, but that's poked away by the Flyers, who carries it in and puts a soft shot on. Morgan steers that to the corner. Now it's post behind the net with it. Brings it up just too far for Hatch. Now that comes in, and Morgan kicks that one away. Now up to Treble, who puts it off the boards to Mason, who skates it through some traffic and into the zone, but out. Now it comes out. Post finds it and tries to put it deep, but intercepted and now brought to center and brought deep in by the Flyers to the Hornet zone. Martin turning with it there, finds Treble, pops it to Mason, who brings it across to Hatch. Hatch brings it through center, nobody there, and Flyer turns with it behind his own net. His pass is tipped, but now carried out. The Flyers carrying it through center, and puck just coming out. And touched off sides. We'll have a face-off just outside the Hornet zone. The line of Peterson, Benz, and Reiners. Post and Martin at D. Face-off scrum now poked up by Peterson. That's back to their Flyers D. Still at center ice. Now comes across and loose in the zone. Now the Flyers carry it back into their own end. Good pass up through center. Now it's taken away by the Hornets. Now it's across to the far side. The Hornet Benz carries it in. And now that's battled with Reiners and Benz. Now comes back to center. And the Flyers carry that in. And poked away, but Reiners, so Flyers pick that up. Shooting it just wide, now bound in the corner. Now comes out to the point. They try a one-timer and blocked there by Benz, the Hornet, who pokes it down into the Flyers zone. Now Reiner's pressuring with the Flyers trying to break that out. Reiner steals that puck, gets it in front, and just had his stick lifted away was Benz. Trying to run, very good forechecking by Gage Reiners there. Now the Flyers carrying it in their zone, and that comes loose. Peterson takes it out and brings it up to Benz, who catches that one. I'm sorry, that's Matthew Swaim. Changing lines up, and now we've got Colby, who banks that up off the boards, and the Flyer defender and out into center ice. Flyers going D to D now and through the center into the Hornet zone, where Sapral picks that up. He shoots that up high past Swaim, but now he banks it up over to Boss, who finds Steffman, and one-timer hits the crossbar. Had his man there. Nice pass over by James Boss. Now that comes through center and up to Steckman, who bangs it into the corner where Boss picks it up. Now it's around to Swaim, who turns with it, takes it back to the corner, tries to poke it back, but not all the way to the defender. The Flyers carrying that through, get a free shot, and right into the chest of Drew Morgan, who smothers it up. Boy, he had a free lane there and took it right in on him. Morgan freezes and gloves another shot. We'll have another face-off at center. Now that comes loose and is brought up by Boss. Brings it out to center, but not far enough for Steckman. And they lose that, but bring it back in and fire it in where it's blocked by Willie. Now brought around where they shoot it out front, steers that to the corner, and loses it. And we've got the Flyer coming to the top of the net with it. Oh, it's chipped away and now brought to the side by Willie. Willie finds Boss through center ice, but that is poked away and brought back into the Flyer zone. Now the Flyers have it. And that's brought in, but taken away and now returned to the Flyers. Now it's the Hornets who steal it. And the Flyers find it, and that pokes down into the deep in the Hornet zone. Flyers turning with it in the corner. Post defending it there. And the Flyer has it as it pokes it free and brings it behind the net. He turns there, and then puck comes free once again. Now it's up to Treble, who pokes it around his pinching defender and now finds Hatch on the far side. Hatch bringing that around the back of the net. Fires it just in front, but the goalie blocks that pass. Okay, we've got a penalty. And it's the Flyers this time. 2 minutes for interference. And Hornets will take a 5-4 advantage down into the Flyer zone. Where Mason takes the face off. That comes back into the corner. Battling for that, and now the Flyers find it and chop it all the way down to Morgan, who is waiting there. And that comes, Colby comes away with that. He finds Treble, who brings it over to Hatch. That's poked away and out of the Hornet zone. And Martin finds that and dumps it deep. Now the Flyers pick that up and are able to fire it all the way down the zone with a free look. And down on Morgan, who covers it. We'll have a face-off in the Hornets zone. Hornets just not able to get set up on any of the chances they've had for a power play here. The face-off comes back to the Flyers D. He pokes it into the corner where they battle with it there, and he brings it back out, which comes out all the way out to Reiners at center. Now the Flyers get it again and just shoot it all the way down. That comes to Colby, who turns with it. Now he loses it to his Flyer, who's there. That shot is blocked now by Bill Martin, who carries it out. Martin now carries it, brings it to Reiners. Reiners over to Benz, who has it, turns with it, and turns and finds this man, Gage, in the corner, who brings it right on the net. Tries to stuff it there. The goalie smothers that up. 42 seconds remain on the penalty. And 7:16 remain in the game in regulation. Ben's under center with Reiners and Peterson. Willie and Saprell. The D that comes back to Saprell over to Willie. Now Willie will keep that on. That comes right on and stopped and smothered by the Flyers goalie. It'll come to the left side circle to the goalie's right. Peterson face-off brings that back to Willie at the point. Willie up to Benz now to Peterson down in the corner. Peterson bringing it behind the net. Now down in the corner to Reiners. Reiners looking and brings it back to Willie on the point, who brings it then quickly up to Benz on the side. Benz has it at the circle. Benz back to Willie. Willie up to Benz. He brings it down to Peterson, finds Benz, and Benz had a free look, and the Flyers goalie made a good stop there. And a shot from Willie at the point that gets blocked. Now the pass comes in. The Flyers are at full strength, and still the Hornets controlling. Brings it down into the corner. Benz is there. He finds Suprell on the far side who shoots. That comes around to the point where Willie blocks that in. And then Peterson grabs it, brings it down to the corner where Willie is still pinching. Willie finds Benz in front. Nope, he's tied up. And the Flyers take that and sweep it all the way down the ice. Now it's icing. With 6 minutes left in the game. Swaim under center with Popkov and Steckman. That comes behind the net, and Popkov forechecking strongly there, tying up the Flyer, where that comes back, and now Steckman has it. Steckman now playing the board battle, kicks it to his man Swaim, then over to Popkov, then comes loose, and the Flyers skate it out. Flyers now through center and down deep into the Hornets' end. They fire it down behind the net where Post is there to pick it up. That pass comes out off Steckman and out of the zone. The Flyers turning with it and bringing it back into the zone. That pass is picked off. Now we got a free look. Nope, they have a switching up. Sorry, they had a man, but came off the bench. Swaim is now forechecking for it in the corner, and as the Hornets switch, and that comes over to center where they carry that out across blue line, then try to fire it deep. Martin back to get it for the Hornets, brings it up the side to Hatch, who brings it on the boards, but not out. Then back to Hatch. And they'll call Hatch on a carry as the puck was caught and carried out by Hatch. So they blow a whistle for that and just bring for a face-off down in the Hornets end. Mason takes the face-off back to Colby. Colby skates behind the net. It's up to Treble. Treble who brings it up to Mason. Mason just sweeps that deep into the Hornets zone. 4.5 minutes remain in the game as the Flyers get control and skate it out. And they sweep it into their end where Suprell finds it, shoots it up high, where Treble picks it off the rail of the boards. Now Mason has it, brings it over to Colby, who finds the breaking Hatch, and that puck is taken away by the Flyers, who now break it out of their end. The breakout blocked by Colby, and now they finally do get it out where the puck is poked and onto the Hornets bench of a face-off just outside the Hornets zone. Face-off taken by Peterson, comes over to Benz, and now Benz has it, pokes it down in behind the Flyers net where Reiners gets there first. He tries to stuff it, can't quite make the rotation there, and the Flyers carry it out. Flyers dump it in where their man carries it away. It's poked between Benz and Colby, sweeps it out. Now the Flyers had it at center. Now Colby tries to kick that out. That's actually taken by a Flyer and sent in. Now Reiner's turning with it, and Benz now finally scoops it out, but taken by the Flyers and dumped into laid off sides now, and Suprell has some time. Suprell gets it to Reiners, who brings it across to Benz and then to Peterson. And the Flyers there have it, and we're trying to get it out of the zone. It's taken at the point by Benz, who puts it down to Peterson down deep. Peterson and Reiners now forechecking team in the corner. The Flyers bring it back behind their net and over to the side where Reiners will steal it. Now it's Post who has it. And shoots it into the upper corner. Beautiful play. Just wearing them down. Post backing into the center ice and into the high slot area. Lets the wrist shot go and finds the upper left corner over the goalie's blocker pad. 5-1 Hornets with 2:33 remaining. And Peterson at the face-off now. Reiners gets control and carries it in. Reiners works through a man, but not a second one. And that puck carried out, but stolen at the center ice by Peterson, to Benz, who pokes it in. And then turning with it is the Flyer, who carries it out of the zone, but not long for long. Boss is there to take it back and bring it down into the Flyer zone, where they spin with it behind their own net and now get it up to the wing, carrying it out through center. Then they're offside, and we'll have a face-off outside the Hornets zone. 1:57 remain. The Hornets will switch it up. Boss, Swaim, and Steckman. That face-off comes back to the D, where the Flyer carries it in and shoots on his own, but Morgan handles that with the glove hand, and we'll have a face-off to his left. James Boss pokes it ahead and now gets it on out of the zone and up to Swaim. Swaim now streaking with it back to Boss. Oh! That looked like a penalty, but there's nothing called, so must not have been a penalty. We've got the Flyers now breaking out through center with it. That comes up along the board, where the Flyers break free with it now past center and dumping it into the end. Morgan steers that to Willie in the corner. Willie behind the net now carrying it out the other side and bothered by a Flyer. The Flyers are 2-on-1 on him there, and they come away with it. They come out and fire it through the crease, just missing. And now we've got a streaking treble coming up the side, who shoots and hits the blocker pad of the Flyer, just missing that opportunity. And now back where he finds Drew Hatch, and oh, he shoots it just over the blocker side. So a lot of good clean shots. And a delayed penalty on the Hornets. I didn't see that. So Treble now taking a seat for, did you see what it was? Roughing? What was the penalty? Did you see the penalty? Elbow, okay. 2 minutes for elbow, 27 seconds left here. It's 5-1 Hornets, and the face-off in the Hornets zone comes back to the point. They shoot it on. Morgan steers that to the corner. And that is shot all the way down. Mason forechecking. And Mason stealing the puck deep in the Flyer zone. Gets a shot or two right there in the crease, and the goalie smothers it up. We'll have a face-off in the Flyer zone now with 5.9 seconds remaining. Okay, and that is the end of regulation. Final score, Hornets 5, Flyers 1. Final tally, shots on goal, 23 for the Hornets, 26 for the Flyers. And another good win. Thanks.